kind of day going on because my Essential Depot order is here, marked fragile, handled with care as always. And I have not been keeping up with letting y'all see what was in the freaking box for a while. And so, as usual, natural packing materials. None of this foam stuff or anything like that. None of this plastic stuff, but recyclable materials. Let's see what I got. All right, woohoo! I got a free sample because I'm an FYI member, and I got a sample of black cumin essential oil, and let's see, what's the other one? I got 2 black cumins. I did put a little comment on the order. And I got a argan oil and a vegetable glycerin. Woohoo! I'm so excited. I cannot stand it how excited I am. Okay, so I've got organic shea butter. Now these small items, I'm gonna retail, and for y'all guys, if you're selling at farmers markets, there is no reason in the world why you're not buying this organic shea butter during the cooler months and selling it on your tables. As you can see, the coconut oil cannot even stay, it can't even stay solid in shipping, much less on my shelves out there this time of year, because it's 76 degrees and I'm always turning the heat down to 79 at night. And then turning it down to 70.05 during the day to save power, so I can afford to keep this little building. I want to tell you, I had an $81 electric bill. I don't know how many of you have seen how big this building is, but it goes a long ways that way to the storefront, and then here's the actual soap making, and then there's a great big old warehouse in the back. $81. So my Essential Depot coconut oil stays pretty sloshy. Excuse me. During the summer months. So it's not very appealing on your farmers market tables if your shea butter's melted inside the Essential Depot container, but it is a wonderful product to sell, and I'm sure if you're selling body butters and stuff like that, you're having this problem with anything, and shea butter might be more tolerant than your body butter might be. Now, another thing you can do, you might find that for the price that you pay for this, by the time you times it by 2, because you got your shipping to pay, and so if you just take the price you paid for it, times it by 2, you know. But now they got these pretty fancy labels, and it's got the safety seal on the inside and everything. But you could buy 4-ounce jars and 8-ounce jars and buy the big ones and sell the shea butter in those. Now, I have to tell you, one day I was at a farmer's market in Chattanooga and I saw the funniest thing I have ever seen. This guy had bought like 10 of these things, probably when they were on sale, and he had made this volcano of shea butter. And it was on his display table, dead center, and he had this knife. It was sort of like a knife, butter knife combination, but it was wide, you know, so he could really chisel it off. And he had like maybe 8-ounce containers, maybe a little bit bigger. And so he'd tell you, fresh from Africa. And he was just, you know, scraping it off and, you know, pushing and scraping it off. And he would, in front of you, he would hand pack a container of shea butter, and then he had an empty jar, and he would put the jar on there and hit tare on his scale, and then put the jar on there and say, 8 ounces or 4 ounces or 5 ounces, 6 ounces, and he had an ounce price that he sold that for. And if he didn't hit an ounce, he'd try to pack it a little bit more and put a little bit more in there so it was an even amount. People could request a certain amount of ounces in there as well. And it looked so rustic. And he had like African stuff on his table. And that's all he sold, except for he had some soaps he had made out of shea butter. And I think he had some creams and things, but the main thing he was selling was pure, you know, African shea butter. And I know he had bought it from Central Depot. I looked at the consistency of it, and it was awesome. So I knew it was theirs. And he didn't melt it, you know. And he may have like a cone or something on the inside of that thing, or a wood structure on the inside of it, so it's not solid. But I mean, it was this big around at the bottom, and it just slowly went up, and it just looked like this big mound of shea butter. And it was awesome. And he was selling that stuff pricey too, per ounce, hand put in. And then he'd throw plastic over it, and then he'd throw a towel over it, you know, to keep it clean if he wasn't selling, but, or, you know, if it was time to transport or whatever, because I asked him about how he transported it, and he had plastic, and then he had this cloth. But I'm telling you, you could do that with this shea butter. You know, that's what they were talking about at the 2016 Soapers Guild. It's all the presentation. Presentation is everything, they say. So if you want to get more per ounce for what you're selling, make it look worth more per ounce. So anyway, so this shea butter, and they've got it on such a super special right now. I mean, it's coming directly from the Women's Cooperative in Africa. You got to do stuff with this stuff while it's this cheap. That's all I got to say about that. So I got me some pure mango to go on there, because people like to buy these little bottles of mango butter. And I got me some cocoa butter in the little bottle. Ooh, sorry, to refill the shelves. I didn't sleep well last night. Organic shea butter, I think that's shea butter too, yeah, to refill the shelves. And then a big mango butter to refill the shelves. And then I got some coconut oil. I could have swore that I canceled the I canceled the cocoa butter. I accidentally put cocoa butter in my shopping cart and then realized I didn't need it. And then I got my sample. I'm excited. You know, you can't buy black cumin on the website anymore. And so I have broke down and started looking online, trying to find a place to buy it. So they're putting more and more essential oils on the website as they're having them more strategically tested by the gentleman in the college. Oh, I know his name. I danced with him at the 2016 thing, and he's so nice. I'd love to meet his wife. I know his name. I can't think of it. Maybe y'all can post it. And anyway, the gentleman that's the professor at the college up north that they're sending their essential oil samples to from distributors and having them tested. I didn't realize there was a lot of fluctuation in essential oils, but there are, and they've been getting a wonderful education from this wonderful professor on the tiniest bit of difference in essential oils. And so Essential Depot, as always, even though it's really disturbing all of us because we don't like not being able to get what we want to get when we want to get it. I know I'm about to have a freaking hair day pull out. They are, as always, striving to give us the very best. And so that's what they're doing. And we have, what have I got? Olive oil, pumice olive oil. I use that in my, I call it black African soap, but it's supposed to be African black soap, but I got it confused. And I have people fuss at me about that every now and then. But you know, that video does really good on YouTube under Black African. So I figure that there's a bunch of hillbillies like me that don't know the difference, and they go black African soap, and so they find my video and they don't find everybody else's. And so, you know, there needs to be a video out there for the hillbilly in you that thinks it's black African instead of African black soap. So I went ahead and left it. Just so that there'd be somebody for those people who can't spell or don't know the right order in which to put those words. Oh, I got me some almond oil. I want to make almond oil lotion. And avocado. I love avocado. Avocado is very much like olive oil. It has some really wonderful lay on the top of your skin and make your skin feel moist skills. So I love to put it in my lotion. Oh, I'm so sorry. I love to put it in my lotion. And it's lotion making time. We are out of night cream. We're just crossing our fingers that our jars will get here soon so that we can make night cream, because we are out. I know there has to be some essential oils in here because I ordered freaking essential oils. So, and when I was doing my math on the day that I was buying, it looked to me like it was cheaper to buy it in the little bottles. So I bought it in the freaking little bottles. You gotta save a dollar. Oh, I got a note. Oh, that was so sweet. They included one sample pack with all the black cumin we have in samples. So I got the very last little bit of it until they find a new supplier of it that that meets that scientist's, I guess that scientist's opinion of perfection. Because you know how Central Depot is. If they find that there's a margin of perfection that they're not meeting, they're gonna meet it, because we deserve to get the absolute very best. And so I've been told, but I don't know. There's gonna be some more oils on that website. I don't know, but I'd be hoping there's some more essentials gonna be going on that website. Cause I need oregano. I need turmeric. Oh, please, dear Lord, let Essential Depot find more essentials to sell on that website. Oh, I don't think that, no, for a minute I thought there might be a hole in the bottom of that bag. Lordy mercy. I bought a lot of this essential oils. A lot of essential oils because I was slap dab out. I've been making soap like crazy. So let's see. I got rosemary. Yeah, so these are all rosemary. Yeah, rosemary. Well, I could have left them in the bags. Been easier. We're gonna pour them up in the big bottle. Rosemary, and you know what we're gonna do with these little glass bottles? We're going to put them out there on the shelves for people to use for free. Because what do? We recycle. Because that's the way we ought to be. Recycle, reuse, don't waste. Things that have been put in production, don't waste them. So I bought 9. 9 of these should be the same as 1 kg. If you're ever on there and doing the math and you think one way would be cheaper than the other. And yes, it does very much help me when you use my Essential Depot link, and I do turn in the credit and buy materials to make soap and things with, and then I turn around and I make videos to help you guys out. And I give away free recipes and tell y'all how to do stuff, and I really do appreciate it. It really does help me out. I mean, it's not that much, and but but what little I get really helps me out. I mean, every penny counts these days. I got Lang Lang. I was so out of Lang Lang. Lang Lang has the most wonderful exotic scent. It goes really great with anise. Lang Lang goes really great with lavender. I've also got tea tree and lemongrass. And lavender and bergamot is one of the best selling soaps ever. I have never heard anybody ever that tried it not say that was their top selling soap. In my opinion, you use 2/3 lavender to 1/3 geranium, not bergamot. I think I said bergamot. It's got to be off a little bit. You want the lavender to be strong more than the geranium, because the geranium is much stronger and overwhelming, so it will overpower the lavender. But one of my favorites is Lang Lang lavender and geranium. It's very exotic. You should try it. Lemongrass. Now, what's wonderful about lemongrass is a natural skin toner. So anytime you're doing a soap, you're doing bath salts, bath bombs, anything that people's gonna soak in, you use lemongrass and you've got heaven. In my opinion, the go-tos of essential oils for soap making is lavender, most healing essential oil for the skin. Tea tree, antibacterial, antifungal, antiseptic, great healing up the skin. Lemongrass, natural skin toner. Rosemary, naturally an anti-ager, plus it soothes the mind. So that's the main go-tos: lavender, tea tree, rosemary, and lavender, tea tree, rosemary, and lemongrass. Okay. And then the next ones that you can add is like the Lang Lang, very exotic, very soothing, made for people who have had a very, like if somebody's had a sudden, very traumatic experience, Lang Lang is the go-to for that. So you can't go wrong putting it in soap because it's just so soothing. And then the other one is a geranium. It has a nice rose smell, so you can't mess up with that, except for you can put too much in it. It's very overpowering and strong. Lavender, I got me some lavender. So I found almost all of my lemongrass, unless I didn't get 9 of those because my containers were too full to hold it. So here's these tea trees. Tea tree, oh okay, back to what I was talking about. So geranium, if you take geranium and, what's the other one? Geranium and lavender and cedarwood, you can have the smell of a rose. You can, the cedarwood is your back note. It's not, you don't put it in as strong as everything else. And you put your geranium in and your lavender stronger than the geranium, and you will have the smell of a rose. And I put it in my rosehip oil. Orange. Now orange, lemon, lime, and grapefruit is for your oily skinned people. But in that, your oily skinned people, you can put some lemongrass in there so that it's not full strength, strip the skin right off of you, and not as gonna make you burn. So you still have that nice lemony smell, but it's not as stripping. But when you're making soap for oily skinned people, that's when you want to add your citrus French lavender. That's the one that knocks me out. I got that stuff on me one time here at the store. I spilt a little and I thought, I just wiped it up and rubbed it on. I thought, I'm gonna smell good all day. So there you go. Let's see. So if you put, you know, a little lime, little orange, little bergamot, little lemon, and then throw the lemongrass to it. Boy, that's some good stuff right there. This is our French lavender. There for a long time they didn't have French lavender. I just about died because I couldn't find French lavender. You know, I know everybody's so freaky about the essential oils being spotlessly perfect, and I know we don't want any pesticides in them. I know there's limits, but I mean, people are going around screaming wolf, you know, that people are, oh, those essential oils are not pure, and maybe they're just slightly not as perfect as they could be, and, you know, leave us be. There's my other French lavender, because, you know, at least we could get some. Now we can't get anything because everything's got to be so blasted perfect for everybody, or they're screaming wolf and crying and whatnot. Look, I got more French lavender, and there's argan oil and French lavender and argan oil. You know, I could have swore, oh, I know, I ordered those argan oils to go right on my shelf to see, it's a test, to see if people, and I only got 2 tree trees. Oh no, there's more over there. Oh well, I knew there was supposed to be more of those. I got more bags over here. Anyway, you remember when that poor man was selling essential oils, and then the True Living or the doTERRA people started attacking him through that scientist and telling him that his oils weren't pure, and they were probably just like, because I did some lookup on it, and like there's this perfect circle that they can float around in, but then they can be just outside of that circle and still be perfectly good essential oils. It's just a slight deviation from harvest to harvest, and having to have our essential oils, you know, perfectly spotless all the time in that little circle is very, very expensive to purchase. And also sometimes you just can't get it because the season, you know, presented a weaker version from that harvest, and then what do? You know, if you can't get absolutely perfect, well then you gotta wait till the next harvest to buy. And I just want to scent my soap, you know, and a slight deviation, as long as it's not something man did to the oil and it's not pesticides, well, I'm totally cool with slightly weaker strain this month, and I'm not going to get my nose all out of a joint because things aren't absolute perfection, and I'm surely not going to start hollering and screaming at somebody else. I got a poor phone call this morning. I mean, I just felt so bad. This lady called me and she said, I was going to make your bath fizzies, and I wondered if those sold well for you. And I was like, oh yeah, we sell those really well at the store. She said, well, I just wanted you to know too, there's this woman online who is attacking you. And I said, really? And she's like, yeah. And she named off the website. And I said, don't worry about it, honey. I said, what goes around comes around. And I said, peace, love, and forgiveness. I said, I forgive her in advance for all the evil that she does. And also I feel so bad for her. That's why I felt bad, is I know that people that attack other people, they only rot or create trouble for themselves in the future. We walk into what we reap. You know, when you put out corn in the ground and you take care of it and you harvest it, then your future is corn. You produce corn. And when you're constantly sowing evil and vileness, you know what happens? It grows, and you cultivate it, and it grows, and then it comes right back on you. And so I just feel bad for the people here in the world that must be ill with people. I bet I got a customer. Have I got a customer, or is that Steve? Oh, it's Steve! I'll get off my high horse, but I just feel so bad for that woman. I don't know who she is, but I just feel so bad for her because I know the horrible things that must be happening to her because she is growing and cultivating what she is against me. somebody who never hurt nobody in their lives. Intentionally. Hey, baby.
Hey, baby.
Do I get a kiss?
Yeah. Am I on camera?
You're on camera. We're hiding behind our bills. Oh,
You got a shipment.
I got a shipment of what? Absolute perfection.
I have a lot of stuff.
Essential Depot perfection. I got more argon than I knowed I ordered, I guess. Or maybe I've just not got enough room to put it all. And so, poor old Amy. Now these though, I want to put these on the website. You know, I make those little flimsy labels. You know, I just write argon oil, so many ounces, and here's your price. And it's going to be cheaper because I buy the big bottle and then I break it down than it's going to be for these with the fancy labels. Because that costs money, them fancy labels. So they got to charge me more for the little bitty bottles per ounce. Takes a lot more manpower to put the essential oils in these little bitty bottles. So therefore it's going to cost me more than what I would produce here at the store. Or what I think I'm going to produce. So anyway, so I thought I'd do a test and leave my argon oil out there and put this argon out there and see which people buys. Okay, peppermint, there we go. All right, I still didn't get but 4 teach. Oh, maybe that's them over here. There they are. Will you set them over there in that pile, baby?
These 4.
Uh-huh. Hey, baby. What essential oil am I out of that all my customers are having an absolute fit about?
Black humus.
Black cumin. Guess what they sent me their last 2 sample bottles of.
Oh.
Ooh, I'm so excited. I cannot hide it. I'm so excited. I love these little free samples with every order for FYI members. You know, I got a glycerin and an argon oil. I don't know how much those are now, just off the top of my head. But this alone makes it worth the $5 a month, you know, plus all the other benefits. I think you get a percentage off your order. I can't remember what it is because I ain't in front of my computer and it tells me. So it's worth it to be an FYI member. It's only $5 a month, guys. Go sign up. Okay, so I've been making this video. And look, it's like Christmas. So we've got stuff to make lotion with, and the essential oil, stuff to make soap with, stuff to make lotion with here. We've got stuff for the product shelves. And we've got more black cumin for our personal use. I'm still not selling it at the store. Nobody come thinking I'm gonna let you have that. Oh. Are you gonna say bye to YouTube?
Hi, YouTube.
No, you gotta get over here in camera. There you are.
Bye, YouTube.
That's right. Now you do, but you forgot to say hi to him.
Hi, YouTube.
Isn't he sweet?
Bye, YouTube.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for using my link for Essential Depot. You can find it at www.kimberlymagnut.com. You can also find my Facebook page, Kimberly Phillips Magnet. That's my Facebook page, Kimberly Phillips Magnet. It's got like me doing this with some soaps and stuff, and a little picture of just my face when my hair looks better than this. And I think I got makeup on, which I've been laying off of because of my allergies. On my Facebook page, and I'd love it if you went and followed me on Facebook and liked my page. And you can also find that on YouTube. If you click on About on my channel and go down, all my links are there, including my the www.kimberlymagnut.com, and my Facebook is there, and my Facebook chat page is there, Essential Soap. You can join that to ask questions, to get help from the community on what to do if you've got a problem, or just flash your wares and show people what a great job you did. And especially put your first time making stuff on there. We want to see how great you did. And thank you so much for watching my commercials. That truly helps me out. And pray for Essential Depot that they will find a spotless source of black cumin soon, right?
Yeah.
And turmeric and oregano oil and carrot seed oil. I told everybody, I don't know, but I've been told there's some more essential oils supposed to come in there. It's going to be on the website, Essential Depot. Please, oh Lord, bring us more oils.
Oh, I can't get up.
Uh-oh, we're sore from tubing, ain't we?
Yep.
Yeah. Will you turn the power button off for me? Isn't he sweet? He's awesome.
Where is it? Oh.